I'm under a lot of pressure. The game really going against me in that first phase of play, so now I've got to look to turn it round and do something that puts pressure on Mark.
So you push back again over there then.
Right, so roll the dice, see how far I go. 3.
That's 2 squares.
That's 2 squares.
Let's see what we can do then. So I'm going to try and charge on him here, so I need to get myself a 4 up on the charge roll. Let's try it. Oh no! I rolled a 2, which means I've advanced forward 1 square. It's a failed charge.
Yeah.
I take another setback, so this is now my 3rd setback.
Right.
In your phase now, which means that you've got the advantage. So
let's get on with it.
I'm in trouble. Let's hope we get an early reversal of fortune in a bad dice roll, because he's got so few dice left on his command board. Actually, I think it's going to take a few unlucky dice. I've got a few more still stationed over there, so I'm hoping I can still exert my influence and keep pointing back where I need it.
Well, I said at the end of the first video when we were actually fighting, it was a game of 2 halves, and we're about to enter the 3rd half. Right, okay, so here we are. Where do I go first?
This is going to be quite important now, because if you get 1 bad reversal of fortune, you've got so little dice now left in your command table.
You're right.
Command board.
I'm going to fight for the right. I'm going to fight here. I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
Which one's going to fight first?
The 7th. 8th.
8th.
Sorry.
3
dice fight. Right. 6, 6, 5. Well, I think I might take a 6.
Come on, Meraki. Come on,
I
lads.
can't possibly do it again.
5. No, we haven't. Right, so we're going to get pushed back over here. Now, again, we can't get pushed back. So unless I roll anything but a 1, we're going to be pushed back. I've rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Terrible news. It means, first of all, I'm going to pick up a setback because I've been pushed backwards there.
Right.
You've got an advance on me. That would mean I need to take a discipline check here.
Yeah.
I can't be pushed back any further either. And therefore, that means that this unit has got to get automatically disordered. Now, unfortunately, it means you've got 2 disorders on me.
Yeah.
Which means my unit here is going to rout. That's a terrible result.
Right.
A rout means I've got to pick up my first disaster card.
Right.
Now, so far I've got myself 7 setbacks and now 1 disaster. It was looking pretty balanced on the setbacks, but that disaster's going to tip it potentially.
Yeah.
A disaster card could have anywhere between 2 and 7 points in it.
Sure.
So you can't have too many disasters before I'm going to very quickly go to my army break point or higher.
You're not kidding.
So I now need to roll to see how far backwards I rolled. I rolled 4, so that's going to be 2 squares. So I'm going to potentially move through all these units here, and I'm going to remove them. So my unit's taken off the table, but the problem is now the rout is going to cause potentially awful effects to the units behind them. I need to now roll a discipline check now for my Tigurini. And they failed.
Have you got anything on your command board that you can turn to in this moment of...
I've got a defence dice, but the question is, do I want to save that now for my superior clawback? Well, either way, I've got to make a load of rolls, so I'm going to spend that last final defence dice
and re-roll
defence point there. I'm going to re-roll
it,
and I should have done that. That's an 8, so they've held the line.
They've
held.
Right.
But it's cost me. It's burnt up another one of my vital defence dice. Now the Helvetii Superior warband here. They've got 6 discipline. They're hardened troops. 11. Wonderful, good stern stuff. But poor Helvetii at the back here might not like the look of this either.
No. 4, they don't, and you can't. You haven't got a re-roll now, have you? You've burnt it.
I've now got to roll on the failed discipline check table. I want to roll nice and high for me. Your ideally wants to be nice and low. I rolled 6. 6 isn't good.
It's in the middle.
6 is a retreat, which means my troops here are going to fall back then, facing away from you now.
Right, so that unit routing off, and these guys went, oh, it's time to go home.
And we pick up a disorder marker on
them.
Now that's bad because retreating backwards is going to cause me another setback.
Yeah.
And look at these, we're piling them up over here, aren't we?
Really are, aren't you, mate? I'm
now on to 8 setbacks, but also crucial I get another one then for being disordered. So I'm now on 9 setbacks and 1 disaster.
Right.
And I would reckon then that I'm getting
close.
Fairly close.
But no cigar. Right, now.
Hold on, you need to now check, see if you want to follow up.
I do. 6. I do want to follow up.
In you go there.
And they follow up there, taking that position. And that's good for me, because what I now want to do is charge with them.
Okay.
Can I put my skirmishers forward? There is a gap.
Yeah, there is now,
Yeah, so they can go forward. That doesn't affect me charging, doesn't stop me charging.
In fact, it's going to give you an advantage now.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and charge downhill. Anything but a 1 will do it. 6 is more than enough. Down they go. Bash.
So the Pelhams go in, the volleys go in there, the skirmishers start to break up my line. But you're up now against my best troops. The problem is now you've got 4 combat strength.
Yeah.
Add 1 for the skirmishers.
5.
Add 1 for charging down him.
Yeah. So 6. So that's a 2 dice fight.
2 dice fight against my 4, yeah.
Having them move up, pulled away by the routing unit, helped me no end. 1 and a 5. I'll obviously discard the 1, take the 5.
Come on, lads. I rolled a 6. It's not enough.
No.
So
it's too much, in fact.
It's too much. So I roll for my pushback. I go back now 2 squares.
Right.
Now, this is a strange one here because what happens is I go back 1 square there.
Yeah.
I then push back the retreating unit there. 1 square.
Right.
I've then got to make a discipline check.
Yeah, let's see.
I also pick up another setback card.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I'm now on, what, 10 setbacks and disaster?
Yeah.
But the discipline's the important one because I can't do anything about it if I fail now.
Suits you.
Oh no! It's a 3!
A 3!
Disastrous!
Well, that's what disasters are, mate. They're disastrous.
Well, let's see what happens to me now.
4. That's equally disastrous, isn't it?
It's a rout.
It's a rout.
So in one fell swoop, your pile of Pelhams there charging through them has routed them there. So that's going to cause me to take a disaster card, a second disaster card.
Right.
And what's worse then is they're going to move then through my Helvetic warriors over here. No, they're not, but they're still in the zone of control. So I'm going to take another discipline check over here.
Why are they not? Did they roll?
Well, they were still actually whatever happens, they're going to be in the zone of control. Actually, it doesn't really matter. They stay still.
Right.
So I'm going to roll for them. Fortunately, we've passed our discipline check, but potentially they could have gone as well.
Cool.
So look at that charge there. What a disastrous turn for me. There go some of my best warriors of the line.
Well, let's see if we can make it even worse.
No, well, let's see what happens over here.
The skirmishers, we're going to roll for them. They're gone, so the skirmishers did their job.
And the next question is, would you like to hold the line? Or would you like to keep advancing forward? I'm going to attempt to keep advancing forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I roll a 1, so I don't. They stand and deliver. They're
oh my gosh.
redressing their ranks.
Look at that.
I know.
12.
I'd like to fight here, please.
12 set, but you're just enjoying this now.
I'm loving it, I'm loving it. It's the best rules I've ever played. Better than any of that rubbish I've written.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. Right.
Right, so what have we got there, mate?
You've got 4.
Yeah.
Add 1 for the flanks, that's 5. 5 versus 4, so it's 2 dice.
2 dice. 2 dice challenge. 3 and 1. 3. It's a grind, isn't it?
No, 3s are nothing. The 3s are stand.
Stand.
I don't even need to roll the defence dice because the stand means literally
No, but
nothing.
I've got an attack dice. Can I
You could
take
re-roll that now
my
if you want
point?
to, yeah.
I'm going to do that
Yeah,
because
good
what's the
sense.
point? Clear the board.
Yeah, well,
Oh, actually, hold on. I'll keep that and I'll spend one of my generalship boards because Caesar the Geezer is there.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Go for it.
2 dice, 4 and 3. So we'll take the 4.
I'll take the 4.
Caesar.
I'll defend against that. No, I won't. And I'll be pushed back.
Yeah.
That's 2 squares.
All right. But Caesar really showing his mettle.
And I pick up yet another setback. Now, 2 units there have been pushed back, but actually I only take 1 setback card because they're supporting each other there.
Do I follow up?
Well, do you want to follow up?
I don't actually, no.
Then you need to roll a discipline check.
Right,
You've got
happy.
5 discipline, so you've rolled a 1 and
That's 5, so
6. 6, you've just about passed it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know why I didn't follow up actually. I probably should have done, but there we go. Never mind. Okay, so other moves. I'm going to charge down that hill
just
into
a rub
the
salt
skirmishes.
into the wind. Then.
I'm
Go on.
going to intend to, mate. 1
A failed charge. Well,
turnover, and that means I was planning to charge there, fight that, give you another disaster or whatever, and then call Humunculus S to hopefully win the game. But I can't do that now because I've got it's a reversal of fortunes, not turnover ball. Right.
Right then. Well, that was a pretty disastrous turn. It went from looking a bit dodgy through to looking like an absolute disaster for the Helvetii here.
It does, doesn't it?
So what can I do to try to rectify this? Well, I've got a few opportunities.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do is our safe moves over here, the Tulingi warriors over here. We need to get them moving. We've rolled 5, that's 2 squares. So 1, 2. That's looking a bit better now.
No, it's not. I'm going to save you.
It might just do it. Right then, the next move is we're going to declare a charge then over here against your 11th Legion. Your poor raw boys over here on up against Noble Cavalry. I've got a 5. So into combat.
In they go.
And this is now my general. I need to now take the pressure off. I've got 2 dice now against you because I've got 4 combat strength versus your 3. I rolled a 6 and a 1. I'll take the 6, please, Richard.
And I failed to back that away. I rolled a 3, so...
Well.
No, that's nasty.
Right then, you're going to be pushed back now then.
Roll the dice. 4.
1 square.
Yep.
You pick up a setback card.
I do.
How many setbacks are you on now?
Not as many as you, mate. 7.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No.
Okay, but crucially now, it's a discipline check.
It
So
is,
it's 2 dice now.
And I need to roll
7 or better.
8.
Oh, I'm going to follow up. I've rolled into you there. So, I'm still following up there.
Yeah.
That's good. I could have really done with breaking you that point there and evening out these disasters. When legions go, sometimes though, the result can be even worse than a normal unit because you've had a chance of losing your eagles as well.
Yeah.
So, while the Romans are very tough, when they tend to go and you lose legions and eagles, then the situation can change quite quickly.
Right on.
Right then. Next thing, I need to move up my cavalry to support my infantry very quickly. 3 add 2 is 5. That's 2 squares. It's not enough there.
Not enough, no.
But it is enough though, potentially, to do something and get my guys out of the way a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't stand around and be chased off there. Over here, I could try to rally these boys. I could choose to try and charge back in over here. I'm going to try and... how many squares? I'm 3 squares away there as well. I'm going to move over there with my Bowie drive. I've rolled 5, that's 2 squares. So I'm ready for a charge into you next turn.
You are.
Though you're going to charge into me first, I guess. But anyway, we'll live with that.
I'm hoping not.
Now the question is now, do I now risk it? Do I now just charge on in there and hope for the best? I will. I'm going to now try and charge now into your 9th Legion with Caesar. We've got to do something now.
You've got to do something, haven't we? Yeah.
And the situation is going pretty bad at the moment.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that charge then. 5, we're in.
In you go. Right. So you've got a fighting strength of 3.
Yep.
But you support it, takes it up to 4, and your charging takes it up to 5. So it's a 1 dice fight, unless I'm mistaken.
It's a 1 dice fight. So
I've got a fighting strength of 4 and I've got 1 support, so 1 dice.
Wow. Let's see if I can get you here then with this one. 5. Yeah,
that's a good roll. And I failed to bat it away. So I roll to see how far I go back.
2 squares.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
So
1.
And do they push them back? 1.
They're going to push them back there. 1.
Okay.
Okay, right then. The next thing then is you pick up an unsetback card. So the 10th have overextended a little bit then.
They have a bit, haven't they?
But the more fun bit now is you've now got to take a discipline check.
That was very risky though, wasn't it? 10. They're laughing. That was very risky though, taking a 1 dice fight. You know, if you rolled a 1 there,
I wouldn't normally have gone for that, but you know what? In this situation,
I agree.
I've got to do it. And also, crucially, it's now exposed your flank horribly over here. For the charge over here. So if I could just get in with the charges.
But you've already moved here, haven't you? So
I have.
I've got 1 turn's grace. Yeah.
Well, you haven't yet though, because you've still got to do something else. You've rolled your discipline, that's good, but you've got to roll a risk there for your general, because your general's been pushed back. So just don't roll a double 1.
Thank you. 1 and 4.
I saw the 1.
Yeah, I could see then the dice tray. The 4 was not in your line of vision.
My dice chaps here are going to keep following up. They've got to follow up, unfortunately. And then I'm going to go forward 1 square here. Not really what I wanted, but anyway, there we go.
Hey ho.
Now I could fight here, but the odds would be a 3 dice fight, I guess.
Against you?
Against you, which means I would roll 3 dice and you would choose the dice roll there. So I'd need to roll 3 really good dice on that there. The question is, how bad is the situation?
It's bleeding awful, mate.
It's bad, but is it that bad? I might do that in a second. Right then, over here then, with the Helvetii skirmishers over here, I'm now going to try and move with them. Let's see what I can do with them. 4 add 1 is 5. So that's going to allow me to move 2 squares. So I'm going to now manoeuvre to the side here, to the right. 2. So I'm now going to move.
Yeah, because their manoeuvre, because they're skirmishers, is all you have to do is not roll a 1 because they're very light troops, so they're in a good position. Right, so what you've done is you've just tried to get them out of the way of my cavalry.
Is that right then? So
yeah, that's
so
right.
that means you've got to manoeuvre into it.
It does, yeah.
Makes it a little bit harder.
It does. Right.
Now it's still my turn.
Yeah.
Do I try risking rallying them? Do I try using a combat activation over here?
You'd be insane to activate that fight.
But if you don't win it somewhere, then it would be insane. But we're only going to lose it next turn.
Yeah.
In your turn.
Fill your boots, mate. I'm happy for you to take a 3 dice fight in my favour.
No, I'm not that crazy. Not that crazy. I will, however, try to rally the troops over here. Right, so we're going to try and reform and rally over here. Yeah. And roll 7, which means we get rid of our disorder marker, but we're still facing the wrong way.
Facing in the wrong direction.
Like useless. Useless spuds, but hey, better than nothing. Right, is there anything else I could do? I could choose to activate them over here. I really can't do that, it's too risky. So I'm going to now pass it over to you again then, Julius Caesar. So you're going to have a battle there, go on then. So you've now got 4, 5, 6 versus my 3, so you've got a 3 dice fight.
Okay, 6. I'll take the 6.
Just need a good defence. I've rolled a 3. So I get pushed backwards. 2 squares. I pick up a setback card. I'm now on to 12 setbacks and 2 disasters. Right. And I'm now going to take a discipline
test. Let's see how you do here. What's that? You failed on a 3. That's abysmal.
What happens to me? 10. So they're just disordered. I said just disordered. It's a mess over here. It's a mess. So I pick up yet another setback, just what I didn't want, because it's now getting to that critical tipping point phase.
Do they follow up?
Well, do you want to follow up?
No, I want to, but they don't.
They don't want to.
They don't, on a 1.
Okay. So you need to think now about your order now. Do you activate now, or do you want to keep doing some of your combats elsewhere?
Or do I call Homunculus Est?
Okay.
How many red cards, setback cards have you got, mate?
I've got
3, 6,
13.
9, 10. 13.
And 2 disasters.
I'm going to call Homunculus Est.
So I've got an army breakpoint now of 20. This is a bit of a gamble, because if you don't get the numbers on it,
I know.
It means that I'll take a disaster.
I'm doing it, mate.
You're going to do it now.
I'm doing it.
So, in which case, I've got now a choice, because I've got 1 strategy dice on the board. I could choose to use my generalship dice to cancel the Homunculus Est call for 1 turn. Or I could use my strategy dice to do that. The alternative then is for me to remove 1 of my setback cards and take the call and risk it. Now I think that because you've still got a generalship card on the table, a generalship point on the table, you're going to cancel whatever Homunculus Est call I make on you next turn, even if I get lucky. So therefore I've got to take the call.
And hope that it's
And I'm going to spend my generalship point. And with my generalship point, I'm going to get rid of 1 of my setback cards.
And that's completely random, you've got no idea.
I just checked it there, I've got rid of a 1, there we are.
Okay.
So I've got rid of 1 of them without declaring it. I wonder if that 1's going to be the difference.
Let's have a look.
Right then, I'm playing now the role of Carol Vorderman now. Would you like ones from the disaster part or the setback part?
We'll go setbacks first, please.
Okay then. Right then, so what have we got?
Nothing. Oh, that's not what I want. 1, total of 1. I'll do a running total, mate. 4, running total of 4, that's a 3 added to that. And that is a running total of 5, a quarter of the way there. 5, a 0, nothing, still on 5. 6, 8, it's close, I wouldn't like to call it 8. 9. Oh. 9, still at 9.
I'm hopeful now. Okay,
go on, I'm 10. So 2 disasters and 2 setbacks. If that reaches 10, your army is broken. Let's go for it. So we're on 11. Oh no. We're on 13.
I need to get lucky now.
You need to get lucky now, mate. Let's see. 19. That's it.
A glorious victory for the Romans.
Well, let's see what the Romans were on, mate. Let's see what the Romans were on. Let's deal them out. 0, 1.
Oh dear.
Total of 3. Total of 4. Total of 7. Still a total of 7 and 8 and 11. So, that was more than I thought.
Well, I risked it there, you see, because I could have cancelled it, and I chose not to.
Thank you, Mark. I think that was well deserved, and that's very kind of you to bring this with you. And I'll put it to one side. I don't like to boast, but no, great game, well done. Actually, I was very worried about calling Homunculus S at that point in time, because I honestly thought it might have fallen short. The fact that you had a 5 and a 6, 11 points in 2 disaster cards is a big number, and But I was very worried, because whilst things were looking good there, I was worried about this flank attack coming in here, because as you rightly said, you were teed up for an attack on the flank of them, or even the rear of them. And this is my totally inexperienced Legion, which you could have charged there. You put the pressure on here. You know, you get 3 good combat results there.
And actually, this unit over here is slightly superior as well. So that could have been really racking up. And I only did 1 Legion to go.
Yeah.
1 Legion went, that was a disaster. You're completely out of defence dice now. And if you got really unlucky and they routed, then it could be Eagles and things like that going, which create extra disaster cards. And in fact, you've got a running total of what, 11 or 12,
11,
didn't you? So in fact, you were in a pretty similar situation to me. Just the difference was you got those disasters on me with that critical route in the centre. It was the loss of my noble warriors when your 7th and 8th came down the hill there, and that really lost me the battle, unfortunately. Yeah,
it's that Roman thing where you have to focus on the big hitting centre and just try and keep the enemy off your flanks. I was over the moon, as I said in the last video, with the performance of that cavalry. That they started off looking decidedly dodgy, but did a great job. In the end, the Legions did what you hoped the Legions would do. Was it the boy here who held me up for a turn?
The Iraqi were very brave, weren't they? They were steadfast, but unfortunately in the end, Warband hitting the flanks by big units of legionaries.
The boy done good, but
not to be.
No.
But almost a historical result there, Richard.
Yeah.
Because at Bibracte in 58, Caesar did manage to hold off against the flank attack there. They managed to push down off the hill there. They smashed away the Helvetii infantry, and in the end they won a pretty dramatic victory there. So you're well on the way to conquering Gaul. So it's a good starting point.
Yeah, so you're actually saying that in many ways I am like Caesar. My generalship is right up there. That's good to know. That's nice to hear. Thank you. I'm glad you came today. Right. I wouldn't... no, but I think one of the things I really hope the game has shown you, the viewers, is how important it is to... It's a real thinking game, and there are times over the 3 videos we've had of actually playing the game where you can probably hear the clockwork going on and our brains ticking over as we're deciding what order in which to activate. And certainly from the outset, when I first saw the game, it was that chess-like appeal. You know, it's a thinking gamer's game, and but the thinking is about what tactical choices you make, not having to do the maths, which hopefully, as you saw, even I was working out the odds for fighting, and if I'm able to do the maths, your average 3-year-old can probably do it. So really fun game, and I honestly thought at the end of the first video that where we were actually fighting the battle, that it was really all over for me before I'd even come off the hill. So I was pleased with that, and I think you were very unlucky with those cards. I as I say, I felt that if I didn't call it then, you potentially were going to have that next turn, and that could have been disastrous. So very close.
I chose to risk it for one more turn there, and I chose not to use my last command point that I had inside my strategy pool to cancel Homunculus. In hindsight, it was the wrong choice, but of course you don't get to know until the cards are revealed. So,
well, I actually thought you'd made the right choice, because if I got to 19, you would have been able to discard that 5 or the 6. Obviously, you'd have been able to discard one card.
It's my turn, then I've got the charges in there. Maybe I could have swung it the other way, but because you still had Caesar, you still had 1 generalship point there.
I did.
You could have cancelled it for 1 turn from me as well. So in actual fact, I needed to take it at that point there.
He is the geezer.
Despite the numbers on that, actually I think it was closer than maybe it came across there.
No, I certainly felt under pressure right the way through that action, and I just knew that while they failed to come on for 2 turns, that was a match winner for me.
If they'd have got into combat a turn earlier, if we could have been another square or 2 further forward,
that's right.
Then what a difference that would have made.
Imagine Caesar's favourite 10th Legion routing off across the table.
It's happened in our other games. But what's great, I think, about this is the way we can play a big game with what have we got? 30, 40,000 people on the Roman side
Yeah.
versus maybe 50 or 60,000 Helvetii warriors. And you can see we've played that over just a couple of sessions. Even though we've been talking the rules through with you, hopefully you can see how a big battle can be fought in just a few hours on a relatively small tabletop with not actually that many figures there.
No, and actually be really tactically challenging and interesting. I've really enjoyed that game, and it's a real testament to what you produced. I think that the game was so immersive. At the end of the second battle thing, I think I was jabbering away like whatever, because I was really pumped up with what was happening in the game. There we go, that's it. We hope to be able to show you more of Strength and Honour in over the coming weeks. But remember, Strength and Honour are now available for you to place an advanced order for. They're going to be released in just a couple of weeks' time now, or maybe just a week's time actually, with the way time's whizzing by. This fabulous game can be yours. Thanks again for watching. Any questions, put them below. We'll be happy to answer, or he will, because he knows the answers. I don't know, I'll make it up. And thumbs up and all that stuff. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks.
Take care now. Bye-bye.